Okay, this is a message to the COMM 10180N class. I graded your last discussion board, and there were a lot of problems on that, and I want to discuss that right now, and I've got it up. The discussion board assignment was for you to discuss your informative speech and what topics you're considering for the informative speech, brainstorm a little bit, and start the thread. You would propose a topic, discuss how you would approach it, mention some points you would make, and you would have an opportunity to respond to what other students had posted. And you needed to respond to at least one other student, and the topics you needed to talk about were how you would develop your speech, what research you could use, and how you would develop and introduce it. And for many of you, you came up short on that, and that'll be reflected in your discussion board grade. Make sure you follow the directions clearly. Now let's take a look at the next speech. I'm calling that up now on my computer, and the next speech is the informative speech. And in that speech, you are going to give a speech where you are going to inform people about something, and let me get that called up so I can take a look at it. And the specific directions for you are to inform the audience of some aspect of a person, place, thing, idea, or event. Do not give another process speech or a how-to speech. Now I want you to note that in this speech you need to have at least one visual. Listen carefully, at least one visual aid, and you need to have 3 sources, and you need to have a bibliography citing of those sources in either MLA or APA format. But let me just mention that in a speech, it's one thing to have what you call sources, and in a bibliography, that's wonderful, but your audience never sees the bibliography. So what you need to make sure you do is you must cite your sources in the speech. For instance, you would never say 10 people a week are killed in auto accidents in Indiana and then go on to your next point. You must cite the source there, and that would be something like, according to the National Safety Council, according to the Indiana State Police, 10 people a week, etc., etc. So you've got to cite the source in the speech, and do not fail to do that. Now, I was looking at grades, and let me just say that Jeremy, you are doing very, very well. Chaos, you're right in there also. Kat, you're up there. Rose, you're up there. Bull Weevil, you're just a little bit behind, as is Green. And then we start to drop off with Hammer and Kentucky and Gopher and Rambler and Kirby. And then another drop-off with Purple, and then a tremendous drop-off with Orange, Tet, Mamba's Boys, Gawkins, Nicole, Brown, and Coco. Now, you must participate in the discussion board. You must take the exams. You must take and make sure you turn in each of the speeches. Let me reiterate one more time. You cannot pass this class and not do all of the speeches. I can't make it any simpler than that. You will not pass this class if you do not do all of the speeches. The speeches last time around, some of them were outstanding. A couple of you gave speeches that, as I mentioned in my critiques, were very good. I just want to point out that you want to make sure you have good eye contact. Do not get bound to reading so much that you're looking down all of the time. I've been looking down a lot here because I've got a lot of papers in front of me, but eye contact is crucial, so make sure you do that. Okay, you got the assignments. You can check out your points on the discussion board. Remember a couple of points. Ivy Tech has just announced that you can have your email forwarded to you. That's wonderful, and that's great. Do not, remember this, exclamation point, underline, do not send me a message from other than your Ivy Tech email account. I actually had somebody in my class whose email address was sexkitten@aol.com. And when I get those kinds of messages from a student, I will not open them. I will not read them. If you have anything in there that's class related, tough. Your messages must come from your Ivy Tech account. Any class related materials you're sending me, outlines, speech addresses, where you've uploaded your YouTube, all of that must be sent to me at my Ivy Tech email. Do not post that in communication. Don't post it in discussion board. Don't post it anywhere else. Send it to me at my Ivy Tech email address. Okay? You got that? I don't know how much clearer I can make it. Let me point out one other thing. There's an instruction at the beginning of this class that says you are to send me a copy of your photo ID, and that is so that I know that you are the one who is giving the speech, thus the person who is enrolled in the class. If you haven't done that, guess what? That has grade repercussions. Okay? Make sure you've done that. If you have any questions, as always, give me a call. Have a great weekend, and it looks like it's going to dry out now. Hope you didn't have too much problems with the floods, etc., etc. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later.